All right, it's time for a business news update now. We're joined once again by Kate Moody. Hi there, Kate.
Hi, Catherine.
And you're starting off with news of a strike. It's affecting the Eurostar train service, which crosses the channel between France and London. We're used to strikes here in France. This time it's on the British side.
Yeah, exactly. Britain's RMT rail union has announced a total 7 days strike this month. It'll be this coming weekend from August 12th to the 15th, as well as the bank holiday weekend of August 27th to 29th. Now, the union says they're protesting unsocial hours and duty rosters for about 80 train managers, part of a long-running dispute over work-life balance. They accuse Eurostar of not honouring an agreement from 2008 about working conditions. RMT rail workers are also on strike in other parts of the UK, so part of a broader movement here.
All right. Now, that's obviously going to impact on people visiting London. You've got a story as well about how the Brexit referendum is impacting on tourism to the UK.
Yeah, and it's been giving a surprise boost, really, to the industry as countries like France see their tourist numbers dropping because of security concerns. The UK is increasingly seen as a good place to visit, and since the Brexit vote, it's even become even cheaper because the value of the pound sterling has dropped. International bookings to the UK have jumped in the past 6 weeks, as Phoebe Lancer-Wood explains.
The Brexit vote sent shockwaves across the British economy, but one sector is bouncing back. A slump in the pound has given the UK's tourism industry a boost.
The pound is down 10% against the dollar, 11% against the euro, and that means that people who might previously have thought that the UK was an expensive destination are now looking at us with new eyes, thinking we might be a good value destination for them.
Since the June 23rd vote to leave the European Union, flight bookings to Britain have jumped 4.3%, while hotel searches for destinations across the country are up a whopping 50%. While 2/3 of the UK's visitors are from EU states, bookings from outside Europe were up almost 10%, with tourists from America and Asia in particular looking to take advantage of a cheaper holiday.
We Singaporeans love shopping, and my mom loves to shop as well. So I think the pound being weaker definitely encourages her to spend a little bit more here.
I did have it in mind when I exchanged money back in the US before coming here, and it helped.
The UK is also benefiting from a decline in tourism across the Channel in France and Belgium. Both countries have seen visitor numbers sink in the wake of recent terror attacks and disruptive transport strikes.
All right, let's get a check on the market action this Wednesday then.
And global markets have largely been shrugging off the strong gains that we saw on Wall Street on Tuesday. European indices off to a negative start. France releasing fresh numbers showing that industrial production dropped back in June, hitting its lowest level in 11 months. So we're seeing the CAC 40 open with losses of just over half a percentage point there. Not a huge amount of movement in Asia. You can see the Nikkei, Shanghai and Hang Seng all dipping into the red. The Kospi just about in positive territory. Oil prices have been dragging down trading, pulling back after rising about 3% on Monday as the OPEC producers cartel said it would meet to discuss output next month. Let's take a look at some of the day's other business headlines now. The company behind the cartoon franchise Peppa Pig has rejected a takeover offer from ITV. Entertainment One, which is the Canada-based majority owner of the hit children's TV series, has been in advanced talks with the UK's biggest commercial broadcaster, but said the offer fundamentally underestimated its strength. Shares in Entertainment One rose about 6.5% in the early moments of Wednesday trade in London. Disney reported better than expected results for the third quarter, with revenue over $14.25 billion. Strong performances by blockbuster films like the latest Captain America and Finding Dory helped to offset a dip in attendance at theme parks worldwide, with Disneyland Paris reporting a 9% drop in sales between April and June. Separately, the Disney Group announced it was investing $1 billion in a company that live streams baseball games in the U.S. to work closely with the sports channel ESPN on subscription streaming services. And thousands of taxi drivers in Costa Rica protested against Uber on Tuesday. Anti-riot officers intervened to prevent protesters from cutting off access to the country's main airport just northwest of San Jose. The ride-hailing app currently operates in Costa Rica without government authorization, but it's taken about 35% of the taxi market in the past year. Yet another country where we're seeing those strikes against Uber and similar kinds of services, Catherine.
Exactly. Thanks very much, Kate Moody there with a business update for us.